Hello, hello. Welcome to the parlor. Hopefully y'all can hear me pretty well. Hello, Mega Master. We are finishing up case 2 of the Great Ace Attorney today. And yeah, that's basically it. We kind of finished just before the end because my voice is getting tired, but let's see the conclusion too. Oh, very sad case. Okay, one final logic and reasoning spectacular to expose the truth.
So, Mr. Naruto, your assistance, if you please.
Hello, I thought I'd finally join the stream. Welcome, Cass. Thanks for joining.
With what exactly, Mr. Sholmes? With observation, my dear fellow, just as I said, of these two what?
Two prevaricators. Prevaricators? What does prevaricators mean? I don't have a way to look it up right now. Ah, okay.
Observation.
If you remember, Mr. Naruto, we know that someone tried to fabricate evidence, don't we? By tampering with the scene of Mr. Asoki's death. What we're looking for is some trace of evidence that one of these two was there when it happened.
Precisely. You were delightfully quick to grasp my meaning. Alright, I'll see what I can see. So we're looking for a trace of evidence that shows someone else was there last night when Cosmo died. Eh?
Eh. Oh, that's looking kinda sus, bro. What? You just left that there? How embarrassing.
Look at this! Some kind of stain.
Ink. Okay. Ink. But what else can we... Sailor hat. Is there anything funny we can pick? Okay, no. You know what? Let's just do it before I give myself motion sickness.
Yes.
Wait. Loud and clear. A prevaricator is a liar, more or less. Someone that avoids answering while also not lying. Wow, I've never heard that word before. That's fascinating. I have to look it up later. Today I learned. Thank you.
You seem to have quite a large purple stain on the back of your white uniform there.
Yes, I don't know where the dirt comes from.
So nothing in particular comes to mind about the stain.
What are you trying to say?
It would appear that the significance of this stain has escaped your attention, seaman. Allow us to make it plain.
Allow us to make a point.
There's a very large purple stain on the back of Seaman Stroganoff's uniform.
And I think what made it is clear.
Indeed it is. So, Mr. Naruto, present the evidence that proves it. My pleasure. Alright then. The evidence that proves what that stain on the back of Seaman Stroganoff's uniform really is...
Was the picture?
I assume? Are there other... Would you like to put this? Cause,
Yes.
Oh, I assume it's this one. Because that's where we actually see the ink.
yes! It's this photograph, and the ink it shows. That's what caused the stain on your uniform.
Ink?
A rather unusual color of ink. Purple.
Ah!
Ah, the penny drops. At last. Now you see the significance.
You know, I didn't mention it before, but Sholmes has actually been kind of on point this section. I really love the way you voice the characters. It fits so well. Oh, thank you. I struggle a little bit since I feel like they would all have deep voices, but we do what we can here. We do what we can.
The Russian word on the floor next to the victim's body was written in purple ink. And the stain on the back of your uniform is ink of exactly the same color. If the ink had been dry, it couldn't possibly have stained your uniform in that way. Which means you must have been present in the cabin in the moment immediately after the ink was spilt. Or you just happen to be very clumsy with your own bottle in your personal cabin.
All right. Yes. It was me. I did it. Everything. I arranged everything in that student's cabin to make it look like Wardrobe Man did it. Then I pressed button to make Boria do emergency stop and bolt cabin door shut. I did everything so no one would suspect our angel.
Biff, please. Oh, his name is Biff. Oh, Beef. Never mind. I was gonna be like, oh, it's kind of cute. His name is Biff. No, it's Beef as in beef stroganoff.
Don't worry, Angel. Let me do the talking. It was after 1 in the morning. I was on duty, patrolling passageway. Then our angel came to me. She was white like sheet.
Biff, please, you must help me.
I went with her. The door to cabin number 1 was open. When I looked inside, I saw student boy on floor. What happened here?
Please, don't tell anyone. My little one, my little furry friend.
Everything that happened in cabin is like Angel told you. The kitten escaped through the ventilator into Mr. Asogi's cabin. Then he tripped over it and broke his neck when he fell to the... Oh. Suddenly Ryunosuke is Russian.
Then he tripped over it and broke his neck when he fell to the floor.
Yes, that is right.
So after the incident when the cat ran away, Miss Pavlova then visited the cabin next to hers, only to find its occupant lying lifeless on the floor.
She said she was worried when she heard sound of something falling on the floor. That's when she went to look. No, Angel? The door was not locked, so she opened to look, and you already know what happened after.
There's just one thing, if you wouldn't mind.
What?
When you went to Mr. Asogi's cabin, Miss Pavlova, was he already dead? Why?
I already told you. When Nina opened door of student's cabin and looked inside.
I was asking Miss Pavlova.
Oh, that's a intimidating look right there. Well, Miss Pavlova?
Oh. Yes, that is right. I saw him. It was dark and he was wearing black, but he was on the floor, not moving. I was scared. I understand, and I believe you. So really, we're going to blame your cat for the murder. You will have capital punishment. Capital punishment for murder. Oh, okay. Susato not going to take crap on anyone. That is a stern mom look if I've ever seen one. Are you telling the truth? Are you sure? Did you stay out last night? Look at me when I'm talking to you. You know? Oh, okay, Mom.
So is that finally it now? Have we discovered the real truth about Kazuma's death at last? Ah, something very nearly slipped my mind. Oh, Mr. Sholmes. This photograph. Yes, I took this myself, you know. The cause of death was a broken neck. Therefore, the victim died instantly. And the unfortunate incident that precipitated these events, a kitten on which the victim stumbled. However, if these are the facts, there is one particular area in this photograph that seems to me somewhat unnatural.
Me?
What do you mean unnatural?
What are your thoughts on the matter, Mr. Naruto?
Oh, well,
If Kazuma tripped and fell by some terrible stroke of bad luck broke his neck, which part of this photographic print seems unnatural?
Wait, they set it up. The hairband clearly stopped moving. Is it the fist, or did they set that up? Meep. Oh, we have 5 strikes. Let's just... Ah, okay. This fist doesn't just seem quite right.
The exact same thought occurred to me. In a fall, one's instinct is to open the palms flat. Yet here we see the victim with his left hand tightly balled into a fist. Almost, you might say. As though he were gripping something.
What do you mean?
Simply that I took the liberty of investigating the victim's fist a short while ago. You did? And what, pray tell, do you imagine I found there, my dear fellow?
Mr. Sholmes, show us, please.
Why, of course, my dear madame. Would I keep you in suspense?
Yes, you would. If it tells a good story.
This is what I found.
Oh, a crescent moon with a little gemstone in the middle. Oh, it's her earring.
Yes, you're right. A crescent moon. It's very pretty, but what does it tell us?
It tells us nothing.
I'm not so sure. That crescent moon looks familiar somehow. I'm sure I've seen it somewhere before. Observation, Mr. Naruto. That is the key. What? The truth is now tantalizingly close. How did that crescent moon come to be in Kazuma's clenched fist? This is the final clue, the last piece of the puzzle. Ask yourself, what does this little crescent moon mean? What significance has it?
It means Luna, and it means you should watch more of my stream.
And observe! Find the answer with your own eyes!
Hey yo, your earring. Oh, where did it come from? The other ear, then.
Yes! Miss Pavlova, I noticed that on your ear, even though you have a metal earring, the decorative part of it seems to be missing. The little link holding it on must have broken, I suppose.
What?
But looking at your other ear, I noticed a crescent moon.
No, I don't believe it.
Now, the missing crescent moon was found in the victim's clenched fist.
So he got it before he died.
Clearly, there is only one logical conclusion. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Naruto?
Yes.
Miss Pavlova, Mr. Asogi must have grasped that crescent moon and pulled it from your ear. Perhaps just moments before he fell to the floor. In other words, last night in Mr. Asogi's cabin, you witnessed the moment when the victim fell with your own eyes. In fact, you were quite literally at arm's length from him. But then the question is, why did Mr. Asogi do that? Why did he pull your earring from your ear and hold it in his clenched fist during his final moments?
No.
Angel? No one can protect you now. Please, Miss Pavlova, tell us the truth. Last night, what did you do to Kazuma?
Oof.
Don't tell me the cute girl murdered him.
When I think about everything that happened yesterday, it was too much. Running away, the fishing boat in the middle of the night, trying to climb onto this huge ship. And then, when I was at last in this cabin and I could relax after this horrible long day. Darko, wait! I couldn't believe it when she disappeared through the ventilator. I tried to call her with a little whistle. I tried waving her favorite toy. But nothing worked. Darko would not come back.
Plunk. What are you doing here at this time of night, Inspector?
Kazuma knew. Okay, so Kazuma knew he had a security detail.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought it was a friend of mine.
I gotta see you still had the headband mechanics. Oh, pretty boy. You were too pretty for the game to let you live. The young man from your country, he was very polite and kind. He helped me to find Darka, and he promised not to tell anyone. But then, when I had my friend in my arms again, and I was going to leave the man's cabin.
Just a moment. Sorry, but...
Oh, yes?
I'm sure I know your face. Oh, I've seen you somewhere before. Of course. You're Nikolina Pavlova. Oh, no. Aren't you the Russian ballerina?
Huh? No! I don't know that name. My heart nearly stopped when he said that. He knew who I was. How could this man from a land in the faraway east know a Russian ballerina?
Yes, I saw your performance in Japan. The beauty of the ballet made a deep impression on me. But, what are you doing on this ship? I'm sure I read your ballet company was performing in Shanghai at the moment.
That's what happens when you're too up to date on current events. If only you were a boomer like me, Kazuma. Oh. No. I can't fool him. I have to tell him the truth and hope he doesn't tell anyone. I have no other choice.
I see. So you're... What do you say? So you've run away.
Please, please keep my secret. Don't tell anyone. This whole case is so tragic. I love it for how emotional it is. Yeah, it was the first time I felt sorry for both the victim and the killer. Oh my gosh, this girl just wanted to get away from her awful life and the pedo Earl of Prussia.
Give me a moment. I could use another opinion here.
He's going to pull that cord. He's going to tell the captain. No. I was gonna talk to his bestie. No. Why did I think I could trust him? Then it happened. Everything at once. It was only a second, but it felt like forever. Wait! I shouted, and then... Darka jumped out of my arms and down to the young man's feet. And... as he turned around to look at me... I pushed him. I don't even know why. I don't know why I did it. I was just so scared. And I had to stop him from telling anyone about me.
And that's when you went to fetch help. from Seaman Stroganoff, who was on duty out in the passageway.
I heard Nina cry out and thud on the floor, so I ran to her. She was standing at cabin door shaking like leaf. She looked at me and said,
Help me, Beef! If they find out, I will be... Please! I have nowhere to go!
So you decided to help. And that's when you arranged things in Kazuma's cabin to make it look like I did it. So that no one would suspect the passenger in the cabin next door.
Yes. I went into cabin and I looked around to make sure there was nothing to show Nina was there. Then I found Stowaway in wardrobe, still sleeping.
Right. That's when he found me.
So you worked out a plan to lay the blame on the stowaway. It's such a pointless tragedy. Poor, sexy Asogi. They did it to Clay Apollo. Clay... Wait, his last name wasn't Apollo. What was his name? In Dual Destinies, Apollo's friend, Clay. They did it to him first. He was also attractive, so they had to kill him.
I closed wardrobe doors and put back strange papers sign.
Luckily for me, that's the only reason Susato's son started to believe when I said I was innocent.
I dragged young man's body to good place and used ink that was spilling to write on floor. I wrote wardrobe, so that person who found him would look inside wardrobe and find Stowaway.
And tell me, what of the glass bell?
It was by my feet, so I picked it up.
I see.
But it was dark in the cabin. I didn't notice the other half.
Then Angel went back to her cabin, and I finished job. By pressing the emergency alarm button in the passageway, Ryunosuke keeps turning more and more Russian.
I know, why do the hottest men have to die? Well, at least Simon Blackquill is alive. For the few people who like the kind of feral mangy dog look, I guess. Okay.
By pressing the emergency alarm button in the passageway.
Yes.
Accordingly, the SS Buria did indeed come to the SS Buria.
I can't manage my accent. I don't know why I'm talking anymore. Okay.
Accordingly, the SS Buria did indeed come to an emergency halt at a little after 2 a.m., thus enticing the bolt on the cabin door to slide shut, creating the locked room mystery. There's still one thing I don't understand, Miss Pavlova.
What?
Well, you said that you told Kazuma about the fact that you'd run away from your homeland, and it's because you were worried he was going to tell the captain that you pushed him. Isn't that right?
Yes.
But even if he had pulled the bell cord and called for the captain of the ship, aren't you friends with every member of the crew? Why would that have been a problem?
Oh, the captain doesn't know? It was what he said first that made me scared.
What he said first? What are you doing here at this time of night, Inspector?
Oh, it's such a horrible misunderstanding.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought it was a friend of mine.
He said an inspector was his friend.
Oh, yes, meaning me, who was supposed to be acting as his bodyguard.
I thought that if police knew about me, they would arrest me. So before he could pull the bell cord, May I stop you a moment, please, Miss Pavlova? It just doesn't seem to make sense. I mean, was Mr. Asogi really going to pull the bell cord?
I don't know.
What?
What do you think, Mr. Naruhodo? Well, I'm not Kazuma, so I can't know for certain. But he was a man of his word. If he told you he wouldn't give your secret away, than he wouldn't have done.
No! He was walking over to it. He was going to pull the cord. He was going to make them send me back. He was going to consult the wardrobe. Because everybody talks to their furniture.
Well, Mr. Naruto, the day's work is not yet done, it seems. There is one more deduction to make. What? Another deduction?
You already know it. You went to go talk to his bestie.
Yes. What action the victim was really about to take at that moment?
Don't play the music! Stop! It's so mean! Oh. That's just cruelty. He was gonna get Ryunosuke out of the wardrobe instead of pulling the bell cord, wasn't he? It sure seems like that. Ah!
First, consider the victim's location within his cabin. That's easy. I remember every detail of that room. I mean, yes, I spent quite a lot of time in the wardrobe, but still. That cabin has been my home for this entire voyage.
So this is how the cabin looked last night when Miss Pavlova visited Kazuma-sama.
Yes, it's exactly how it was. Are you ready? Are you ready then, Mr. Naruto? Yes! If there's one thing I learned today, it's that a simple gaze can reveal all manner of truths. Not only that, in order to draw the right conclusion, you can't afford to be out by even a little bit when you're following the gaze to where it lands. So when he turned away from Miss Pavlova, what exactly was Kazuma looking at?
The ventilator, clearly. Okay. Can I save?
Take that!
He wants to go to sleep. He's too tired.
Kazuma had placed a large book of law underneath his
Pillow. Who does that?
I believe he was going to consult the book in order to find a way to help you. Although I'm not quite sure how Japanese law would have been relevant, but still. Mr. Naruto, the truth is absolute. You cannot see someone look one way but follow the gaze another. Sorry, I had a feeling it was wrong. From where I'm standing, it was quite wrong. You appear to be out by a fair margin. Actually, no. You were out by a mile.
Do they use mile in Britain? I thought they used kilometer. I thought they used imperial. Not imperial, metric. Only the United States uses something as goofy as the imperial system. Not his theme. Wistful music cutting right to the feels. Another case where we are way ahead of the characters. Oh, that's like every case, though, but...
No one knows the workings of a man's mind better than his greatest friend, surely. Yes, I know him well.
Oh no, I can't go back and pick the actual thing. Okay, well, whatever, who cares?
Kazuma wouldn't have just called a crewman or a captain in that situation.
According to Miss Pavlova, Kazuma's exact words were, I could use another opinion here.
Whose opinion was he hoping for? I feel sure I ought to know. So when he turned away from Miss Pavlova, what exactly was Kazuma looking at?
Okay, no, I was gonna save here in case I want to pick another goofy answer, but no. Oh, I can pick it again. Okay. Da, da, da,
Take that!
I love this song, but not right now.
Considering everything that had happened last night, certainly it may have looked as though Kazuma was going to ring the bell cord. Yes, however... What is directly beside the bell cord? The wardrobe.
The wardrobe.
And more importantly, what was inside the wardrobe? The man's great friend, sleeping soundly.
You know what's funny? I just realized Kazuma would have opened the wardrobe and been like, hey, Ryunosuke. Hey, Ryunosuke, wake up! And like, slap. And Ryunosuke couldn't have woken up because he was drugged. last time I'm mad about this while they're done. There's no need for him to be in wardrobe while the door is locked. Let best do sleep in a proper bed, please. I mean, if they keep their doors unlocked and people are going in and out, that is dangerous. But then they should have just locked the door. If they locked the door every night, it wouldn't be a problem. But since they kept the door unlocked, I think they couldn't. Maybe Kazuma didn't want to look suspicious. I don't know. Clearly, Sholmes is well versed in all manners of measurement. Miss Pavlova, please think back very carefully. What were Mr. Hisoki's exact words last night?
Give me a moment. I could use another opinion here.
Another opinion?
Yes, but not from a member of the crew. No, Mr. Hisoki intended to consult his close friend on the matter. To see if, between them, they might be able to help in some way, no doubt.
Oh, no. She's just gonna feel worse now. Oh, God. Sadly, we can't know the truth for certain now. It's too late for that. But I wish you had made sure of what Mr. Hisoki was looking at. Things may have ended very differently if you had.
Miss Pavlova, I want to thank you for finally admitting the truth. But unfortunately, the truth is, a man lost his life because of what you did, and that will never change. I hope you'll never forget that.
Oh. I'm sorry. Really. I'm so sorry. What have I done? Oh. And the door's only open from the inside if locked, which has got to be very unsafe if there's an emergency passenger can get out of their own locked room for some reason. Yeah, well, the mystery surrounding the tragic accident on this SS Vario was finally laid to rest, just like sexy Asogi's body.
What will happen to Miss Pavlova now, then? Once we reach Great Britain, she'll be handed over to the British police at Scotland Yard. What about the fact that she ran away from Russia? Won't the Russians try to repatriate her? Apparently, the English detective can speak to the immigration office and sort all that out. Mr. Sholmes can do that.
Mr. Sholmes got lots of friends in high places.
So she won't be going back to Russia, then? No, I don't think so. Even if she wanted to return in the future, I doubt she would be able to. She ran away, so now she's in exile for life. I see.
I'm sorry.
Seaman Stroganoff.
I wanted to help her, Angel, no matter what. But I didn't think about you, about how you lost good friend. I will go with Nina. I will give myself to British police.
That's kind of you. In the meantime, thank you for letting me go free again. Kazuma's death feels like such a waste.
Yeah, I'll say.
But
the only thing sadder than a bad ending is it could have been a happy ending, right? Could have been pals. Pals with Nina. The other thing, well, and true. Yeah.
Duh.
Well, I'm afraid you need to pack now. We're due to arrive in Hong Kong tomorrow. As much as it pains me, I'm going to have to hand you over to the consul to arrange a passage back to Japan. Yes. I did stow away after all. I couldn't really expect any different. So, you should get back to your cabin now.
And we don't get to see London. Wow.
It looks like my study tour to Great Britain is over before it's even begun then. To think that only days ago Kazuma and I were laughing together about how we'd tear up the streets of London. That seems like a distant memory now. Oh, what's that? Is it someone weeping?
Ah! No, no, no!
Susato-san?
Naruhodo-san, I didn't know you had returned.
Oh, well, I haven't been back long. Inspector Hosonaga just told me I should pack, ready to leave the ship tomorrow and all that.
I still can't believe this has happened. I can't believe someone's life can be over just like that.
Susato-san.
Oh, let this case end. Oh, I'm done. He had such grand ideas for this visit to Great Britain. So many dreams. And now they've been cruelly taken away, just as he has. I thought I could never forgive the person responsible. But now we know the truth. That it was just an accident. Just a silly series of mishaps. It's too much, Naruhodo-san. It's just too much.
Yes, I know. I wish there was something I could say.
Inspector.
My duty was to see Asogi-san safely to Great Britain. But I failed, and caused his two closest friends great pain and suffering as a result. I've let everyone down.
No! Hasunaga, you... Oh, it's okay. Group crying session. Crying over the sword. Oh no, my heart, right?
I will do anything to make up for my terrible blunder. Nobody blames you, Inspector.
Eh?
And I'm free again now, at least.
Oh! Dude! Read the room. Cookie or your mail.
Surprised, Mr. Naruto. What's the meaning of this? Oh, a trifling matter. Simply that in my head, I think I shall always picture you wearing those shackles. Without them, the balance seems all wrong. It's distracting. Sorry. So I decided to restore them, for old time's sake, shall we say. You are a stowaway, after all.
Shelves read the room. Classic shelves ruining the moment. This is what we call comedy relief.
He thinks this is funny.
What is it that conflict, like avoidant, and stuff? Like isn't there one style where you grew up basically in a tense household and you found that like acting silly or funny got people from being angry at each other to being angry at you? So you kind of develop this habit of shrugging off all serious moments by trying to turn everything into a joke and make people mad at you. Like, I think there's actually a psychological thing. This tells me that as a child, Shams grew up in a very tense household. I don't know if that's true. But yeah. Mr. Shams, we do appreciate all your assistance. I'd like to thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Not at all, not at all. And though it's a little late, may I offer my sincere condolences?
You might have wanted to do that before putting the shackles back on me, Mr. Jones.
The loss of your companion is truly heartrending. I hope that you will be able to fulfill some of his aspirations in his honor. I'm afraid that won't be possible. We shall be disembarking at the next port, in Hong Kong. We have to return to Japan and make a full report about everything that's happened. What? Wait a minute. It's just me that has to go back, isn't it? I mean, I was a stowaway. The terms of the study tour were negotiated by the Department of Justice in both Great Britain and Japan. It was to be one lawyer and one assistant. What's to be? In the light of Mr. Asogi's unfortunate death, I'm afraid the study tour can no longer go ahead. Oh no. I don't care for me, but... Poor Susato-san. She'll never have fish and chips. My dear fellows, the majority of problems have an extremely simple solution, you know. Just impersonate your friend. All you require is one lawyer, and the study tour can continue, surely.
Don't say it, Mr. Schultz. Don't say we're gonna burst.
But there is no one else with the necessary qualifications, Mr. Sholmes. We know of no other lawyer. Qualifications, you say? Any qualifications obtained in your own country will be of little value in Great Britain, I'm afraid. Oh, but anyway, the voyage to London still promises a good month of time. Ample opportunity, I would say, to find yourselves another suitable lawyer.
Okay, so we're gonna study. I feel like if you're gonna tell me, don the headband, go into the courtroom, no one will know you're not Kazuma Soki.
Classic Shum's ruining the mood. Oh, quick question. Do you have DLC with outfits? They're very nice. I'm not sure they're in the first game or just the second.
I do have the outfits. I only like, though, I think the others are too goofy for me. I only like switching out Ryunosuke's once he hits London. I don't like to switch it out before then. I like it, when he's in London, then it feels fitting. But then at the same time, like, I don't know.
Yes. Mr. Sato.
Yes?
Do you think perhaps I might be able to do it? Ah! But you're not a lawyer, Mr. Naruto.
The outfits are for the second game only? Oh, okay. Well, I guess we'll be changing to British Ryunosuke at the second game.
Oh, unless... Are you studying law?
No, I'm not, but I have a whole month. I have a whole month to prepare for the bar.
I'm sorry. In that case, I don't think there's even a chance it could work.
But my best friend said I could do it, Inspector.
But as I said, there is still more than a month before we reach England's shores. Isn't that right, Mr. Naruto?
Yes, I have a month in which to study, to learn what I must to become a lawyer in Great Britain. Oh yeah, sure, that makes sense, but they're all so cute.
Mr. Naruto, that's ridiculous. Are you seriously suggesting anybody could learn all of that in just 40 days?
There's only one way to find out. Also, I don't have anything else to do on this voyage, and I was just... I would work my fingers to the bone, Inspector, every single day. Will you let me try? And if, by the time we reach Great Britain, I haven't learnt enough to be recognized as a lawyer, I'll take whatever punishment is deemed appropriate.
But why put yourself in such a difficult position? For Kazuma, he said that there was something he had to do in Great Britain, and that he would sacrifice anything to make it happen. He was passionate about it. I can't let all that passion just come to nothing. And anyway, it's for my own benefit, too. I will become a lawyer. I have to. What do you say, Mr. Sato?
I think it's a wonderful idea.
Thank you. So, what does our bespectacled inspector friend say? Are you serious? One lawyer and one assistant. The numbers are indisputable. 1 + 1 = 2. No, it's madness. Yet fascinating, wouldn't you agree? Fascinating? Duty and rules are the dual routine of existence that we all abhor. Give us interest. Give us fascination. Speak for yourself. Besides, qualifications are no measure of a man. What matters is his character. No?
Resume is no measure of a man. What matters is his character. No. Sincerely, someone who's evidently not job searching.
And you've witnessed ample evidence of this man's exemplary character today, with your own eyes. From the early hours of this morning until this very moment now. Despite contending with the passing of his close companion, and despite the accusation of guilt, this man has shown resourcefulness, intelligence, and above all, courage. Very well. I'll think of a clever way to word my report to the Department of Justice. Inspector! After all, I did just make a promise, didn't I? I said that I'd do anything at all to make up for my shortcomings here.
Oh, thank you, Inspector.
If you'll excuse me, I must pay a visit to the captain's quarters, I think. I need to discuss what to do next and how best to make my report.
Are you really prepared to attempt this, Mr. Naruhodo?
Yes, I'm going to try. I wonder, would you consider teaching me what I need to know? Everything about being a lawyer.
I would be delighted to help you. I am a judicial assistant, after all. Thank you. And, Mr. Naruhodo, I'd like for you to take charge of this.
What? Me? Are you sure?
Welcome, Sonia, is... Oh, Ryunosuke's gotta get the ever-flowing hairband. The true spirit of Kazuma is not in the sword, it's in the hairband. Susato's smile is so precious, it really is. Oh, thank you for subscribing. Yuzu Ravens, welcome to the stream. I'm sure it's what Kazuma-sama would have wanted. Its name is Karuma. It's a great sword that's been in the Asogi clan for generations.
Very well, I accept. I'll treasure it always. So then, Miss Susato, it seems we'll be working together for some time to come yet.
It will be an honor, Mr. Naruhodo. And according to my Mary Poppins book of infinite knowledge, for the next 40 days, I shan't grant you a single minute of freedom. We shall fill every spare moment with study.
Yes, that's exactly what I need.
Oh. Ooh. But before we begin, I have an earnest favor to ask of you too.
Goodness, what is it?
Please throw me to the ground. 3 times! Girl's been keeping count. What? I should never have doubted you. You were Kazuma-sama's closest friend. Of course you would never have done anything to hurt him. That should have been obvious to me from the start. But I allowed suspicion to get the better of me. And no matter how upset I was feeling, it was completely unforgivable behavior.
No, you were in shock. You just found out about me stowing away. And the cabin door was...
No, I won't let you make excuses for me. Whatever the circumstances, I should never have thrown you. And not just once, but 5 times.
Ah, that number keeps creeping up, doesn't it?
Please, you must. Just take hold of me and throw me. Do it. Don't even think about it.
No, I don't even know how. I've never thrown anyone in my life. Very wise, Mr. Naruhodo. It isn't a skill one acquires without considerable training.
Oh, Mr. Sholmes.
I observed your throwing technique several times with great interest. I confess I was most impressed.
When did you see that?
Sholmes sees all. I presume that would be a form of Japanese wrestling.
Oh, well, in a way. It's not wrestling, but my own interpretation of an ancient jujutsu technique.
Apparently it's called the Suicidal Takedown. It leaves your head swimming, believe me. How beguiling.
Beguiling?
I'm a practitioner of the combative arts myself. I am a somewhat accomplished boxer. There he goes, dancing around again. I wonder if you'd be so kind as to instruct me on the technique of your arresting throw.
Yes, I'd be honored.
Then let us not dally. Demonstrate, my dear madam.
Oh, of course. Are you ready, Mr. Naruhodo?
Sorry. Hi! On me! Excuse me, I'm just standing here.
As you can see, you throw from the abdomen.
Oh yes, arresting indeed. And that is what you term the Suicidal Takedown, is it?
Actually, no, that was the Suicidal squash.
I'm just here. In my groggy state of consciousness, a scene from an evening recently spent with Kazuma flickered into my mind.
Oh no, poor Naruhodo.
Kazuma?
Does it mean like truth or verity or justice?
That's right. It's a prized sword that's been passed down through generations of the Asogi clan. I can't believe you managed to get permission to bring it with you. I mean, taking a katana on a study tour is more than a little irregular, surely? A Japanese man's sword is his soul, Ryunosuke. I can't be parted from my katana. Karma guides me. I truly believe that.
So its name compels its wielder to slice evil in two. Not that you would need much compelling.
On that subject, there's something very important that I have to do in Great Britain, and I'll sacrifice anything to make it happen. I'd appreciate you seeing it through with me. Of course, I will. Whatever it is, I'll see it through to the end with you. I knew you wouldn't let me down.
The most that important thing he had to do. I still don't know what that was. And I'll never know. But I'm going to see the place for myself and work it out. I just realized how incredibly small her hands are. She's throwing whole people with those. Sato's the best. Well, she did say she was throwing from the abdomen, which implies to me she's probably, like, pushing down from the upper back with one hand at the abdomen and basically flipping them over using gravity and their own weight. She would basically have to, because I don't see her doing, like, the massive boxer takedowns. That's for sure. Me who knows what he wants, who boy? The very important task of... Ah, I see. Okay. Wow. Well, that was like a whole hour, which is surprising to me. I thought we were very close to the end, but we had like a whole hour. So I'm glad we paced ourselves and took our time. What to do here? So, I wanted to draw... But the thing is, there's a lot of like VTuber streams I want to watch while I draw. So I was thinking, well, at first, maybe I switch the stream. Sorry, give me a second. Okay, at first I was like, oh, maybe I should switch the stream to a drawing stream midway. Like now that we're done with the case, maybe I switch it to a drawing stream. But I actually think I'm gonna stop here and just go draw off stream because then I can just like leave YouTube videos running and stuff like that, and I don't have to worry about copyright. So, I second that. Who boy, V2W. I mean, okay, let's look at these outfits. I remember I really like Naruhodo's. You look so dashing! Only for use in Great Ace Attorney too, okay. Oh, yeah, this is the... We'll find out in a moment. When he first arrives in the country, I'm pretty sure we'll have to stay Japanese student because I don't think he'll have all the things figured out. But once he starts feeling like competent and stuff, I guess that'll be game 2, huh? This is when we'll switch him to... Now he's a real Londoner. This one is really cute too, but I'm not the biggest fan just because I really like how she looks in a kimono. I'm just too partial to it. But you know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of, in that trailer for Genshin, they were teasing the twins from Fontaine. Lynette, I think, or something? This looks exactly like her dress. Genshin Susato. And then this is, what is this? I'm sorry, I'm never using this outfit. It's funny, but I just can't. This one is... I can't see a Sherlock Holmes figure without the suit and the hat. Have a good break, Luna. Thank you for streaming. I had Sholmes wear his Japanese outfit in a case where he asked if something was on his face. It was so perfect. You should tell me what case that is. Maybe I'll do it for one case. Just fine. Cat boy. Okay, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed it. And, I'll figure out the stream schedule. What I might do, I'm starting to notice that Great Ace Attorney is especially very taxing for my voice. So what I might do is take a 1-week break between each new episode. And then that way, so we'd have a break next week, and then we come back the week after for case 3. But we're gonna keep going. I really like it. It's like a kind of a cozy storytelling stream. And I get to try to practice my awful, awful foreign accents. Thank you, Sonia. Thank you, Mega Master. Thank you, Jaden, Crad, Cass, Clefairy Rocks. Anyone else I'm gonna miss? Goodbye. Hope to be here again for the next one. Thank you. I will be streaming Papers, Please tomorrow. And I will see you guys all then. Have a wonderful rest of the week. And if not, I will see you at the next Great Ace Attorney stream in 2 weeks. So have a wonderful day.